We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome to Arsenal Present. While we predominantly discuss Arsenal, but sometimes we'll give chances to the other Premiership teams. Sometimes we might discuss the La Liga, the French Ligue 1, the German Bundesliga. But we are heavily biased towards Arsenal. Make sure
Yeah,
as you get into the show, stick a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. I'm here with Arsenal Spurs, my resident analyst. How are you doing today?
yeah. I'm good, my brother. I'm good. And greetings to our our listeners.
Okay,
Greetings
I
to our
love that too.
and I'm waiting. I know. Fosa, um, Fosa.
Bobo will join us soon.
Yeah, they'll be joining us soon.
So, how's your day been?
Cool. I just came back from my morning routine. Just some walk, like
With your
walking.
dogs?
Jogging. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm trying. I'm putting some fitness in my legs.
That's great. That's great. That's great
Yeah,
to hear.
and yeah, that's it. It's,
I saw pictures of our boys boarding
yeah.
the plane heading to Germany.
Mhm.
They look happy. They look jovial. The spirit is very high. And I'm like, okay, I like what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out
It
to
is.
you, Fosa in the building. Shout out to yourself too. Hello, my bros. Shout out to you, Fosa, for joining us. So, like I was saying, I saw some pictures of the boys, heading to Germany. Saka looking happy. Partey was there. Kivior. The only two that were not there was, I think, Rice, who they've not officially announced, and Timber. But I think the other boys were actually there. A few youngsters were on board too. Real Waters, the young 16-year-old.
Dubry, the Dubry, something
I, didn't- I,
something.
didn't- I didn't see Dubry, but I saw the other young
Okay.
16-year-old who just gave a contract. What's his name?
Waneri,
Nigerian. Waneri was there.
Yeah.
Waneri was there, and Real Waters was there too. So it's looking nice. They're gearing up for the preseason.
It's good to see. I think two seasons continuous. It's
Yeah,
good to see how we are fully set when it comes to players going on preseason.
preseason very
We
important.
have at least 90. If we are going to sign two additional players, like I wish for the club to do, then
Okay,
we are not fully set. But if not, and this is what we are going into the season with, then I think we are fully set, and I'm happy. Currently, I'm happy with the team that we have. Maybe two more players that would be cool, but I'm extremely happy. So it is good to start a preseason with your full squad.
so what do you think about taking the likes of Balogun, who was supposed to be on the market on the preseason, and this other defender we bought, Trusty, right? Trusty, the American
Yeah.
defender we bought, taking on preseason. Those, I'm sure those guys are not going to be the mainstay and part of the full squad when we're actually going to the season. So why are you taking those players who might not be part of the season in totality
Since
for a season?
since they are under contract, they still belong to the club. So they have to follow the rules. That is one. Two, decisions change. A change of mind can happen because you go on preseason to analyze, your key team already, but then
Sure,
you go to actually look at those you have or we have question marks about whether they can actually convince you. You understand?
sure.
Or during the preseason, there might be some key tweaks to maybe your system, and maybe one or two of those players might fit in quite well in the
Into that
maybe
system.
system. Good. So you might think, okay, let's just give him this season, and then maybe if he's able to achieve what we want him to, then we can keep it. If not, then we can finally sell him or let him go on loan
Currency. Okay.
during January or the end of the season. So that is my take on it. That is my take. And they have to be fit before they go to
So they have, if they,
yeah,
actually before we
yeah.
start, they make exactly.
Yeah.
But aside from
Yeah.
being fit, I'm always afraid of injuries because if they get injured, that means you can't sell them.
But it is risk. It is risk taking.
Exactly.
It happens because even players we might or we are interested in and we've not signed yet, they will go to their clubs and they will train. And all we do is you fingers crossed they stay fit, and then you'll be able to sign them. Or
Sure.
they would be thinking, I need to stay fit
Fit.
and get my deal done. You understand? So it is important because you don't want to sign a player and then the player comes in and the player is not fit.
And they are
And
rusty.
yeah, so it is good we are giving them the opportunity to still train around the team, let them feel inclusive or included, and then maybe they might get an opportunity and take it. And that is why a lot of these young kids break through. Because during preseason, I remember I had Thierry Henry talking about Fabregas. And on preseason, I was like, who is this young, tiny, skinny looking boy? First training. And then the game started, like they went through their pace and then they started playing. And then he was out tweeting Gilberto Silva, Vieira, and then after training, the senior players were like, wow, this 16-year-old, he has a great future. So it happens. It helps. It helps. And as much as we think Balogun is a bit older comparing to maybe Waneri or any other young star that is part of the team, he's still young. You understand? He's still young. I know he has been given an opportunity elsewhere and he wasn't able to grab it, but currently he was given an opportunity in a different league and he grabbed it. So let's just not just because we want to sign that we want to sell him, just shut the door on him. No, you don't need to. The opportunity is there for you to play for the club, but you have to prove it not only in your attitude but in your training. You understand? You have to, because if you want to be a starter at Arsenal, yeah, you have to prove that you are better in training than
Okay,
Jesus.
that's fair. If you want to go with that route, I'm just
Yeah.
not saying that we want to sell Balogun. I don't think it's good enough. That's my opinion. Nobody can change it, and I respect people's opinions. If they think he can make it at Arsenal, I don't think he will make it. I don't want us to wrap him in wool so he doesn't get injured, so he can get the maximum. I don't want us keeping him for one more season, because if you keep one more season, the value goes down. You can't sell him for the maximum price. That's just my concern. And for Trusty, yeah, I understand Trusty. Let's play in preseason. I don't see him having any future at Arsenal. I think he's a good defender because I think he went to Bayern on loan. He was their player of the year. That means he played well in the championship. So we can sell him for some healthy amount of money. But I don't just want those players to get injured so I can get the maximum money for those players. So that's just my personal concern. And I understand you saying that let us play them and see whether they can give us something to think about or put some doubt into the manager's mind, which is fair. That's a fair pushback, and I understand that. So let's go into the shout out to you, Oximato. Shout out to you too. Hello, hi to you.
Hello.
So
Welcome.
let's go into the expectations for the season. Now, if you listen to what the mainstream are saying and some of the content creators, they are saying Arsenal has spent a lot of money in the last 2-3 seasons, which is facts. Meaning there should be expectations laid upon our doorstep. We just signed Declan Rice, Timber, and Kai Havertz. What are the expectations within the 4 trophies? The English Premiership, number 1, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Carling Cup. What are the expectations based on our financial investment into the squad?
Anybody that says that we've had expectations with a club like Arsenal, always have expectations. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much money you look at even for the past 10 years, where people call us a banter club. If we are really doing a good analysis and taking your pain and your bias and everything, even during Arsene Wenger's era, that's like latter years,
Yeah.
we were in the what do you call it? FA Cup, if not final, semi-final.
Okay.
What do you call it? The Europa League.
The one,
We
just
were-
one final. What's one final?
No,
you
no,
said?
no, no. Europa. I'm talking. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about Champions League. I said
Yeah,
when
Liverpool, like, yeah, we got to a final in 10
we
years.
got to a
One
final, but we got to semi-final and
I don't
quarterfinal.
count that. Come on,
No,
I'm not counting
you have
that.
to. No, you have to. When you are analyzing things, you cannot take one out and then use one. No, we try to win it, but we always fell short because one, poor signings. Yeah. So I get the expectation now because we are signing what I call top quality youngsters.
Exactly.
Experience. So I get the expectation, but I'm saying if you look back, we've not done poorly. We've not won it. I want to clarify that we've not won it. Being to the semi or quarter or whatever does not mean anything. But when you want to really have an objective argument, look at the team. We were pushing and getting closer. We got to the final finally. Yeah,
We
finally.
lost.
And we lost woefully. Not just lost, we lost woefully.
So let's talk about now. Let's leave that alone.
No,
Let's
no,
talk about now.
I'm talking about our expectations. Back then, we
No.
weren't.
I want to talk about
hold
now.
on.
Let's forget.
Hold
let's
on,
forget
hold
that.
on,
No,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Let
no,
me
no,
make
no.
my point.
No. I understand. We're not
I
going to talk
want
about
to
that.
make my
Let's
point.
talk about now. No.
We are talking about now.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's talk about now. Let's not go back to history.
But before, no, it's not history. I'm
It's
talking
history
about.
giving us.
Hold on. You let me forget my thought process. What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
you're going back to history too much.
hold on. When we had Mustafis and everybody knows he was a bomb.
I
People
just
put
laid down the
expectation.
question.
No,
You're
let me
going
make.
back.
No, I'm not.
Go
going
now.
back to.
Now, I'm not going to allow you finish. You're going to talk about now. Let's talk about now.
You've asked my question. You asked me a question. Let me land. If I land, you will see the point I'm trying to make.
What are the parameters around the question? I think that's what history lesson.
Hold on. No, I'm not giving you history lessons. I'm telling you, expectation on Arsenal is. I won't say 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago or this is it has been there all the time. Even when we were signing awful and shitty players. That is why I'm saying if you allow me to make my point, you get what I'm saying. Expectation now has gone higher than from my side. Yeah. But the general view of expectations of Arsenal has never changed. People expected Arsenal to compete and whatever. That is why people were calling us banter clubs because of the type of players we signed. But now, I would put my expectation on we have to challenge because of the caliber of players we have, and they're proving that they can do it. Because last season nobody expected us to. No matter what you do, you cannot talk about it now without adding the past to it.
But I framed my question regarding mentioning with players who just signed this season. I'm like,
No. So that is what I'm saying. You mentioned the point you made was expectation, the media and the expectation. I'm trying to explain to you that the expectations has been there, but because of the caliber of players we signed back then, even when we had Mustafi, and everybody knows that 45 minutes, let's say within 60 minutes, he will make more than 10 errors. People still expected us to win the Europa League when we were competing in it. People expected us to go practically to the final of the FA Cup. People expected us to compete for the league. So with that, the expectation is always there. But now the expectation has gone higher because of what we've seen with this group of players. So my expectation now on the team is that I want them to compete for the league.
Define compete.
Okay. So compete and win. Yeah, you can compete without winning. You can compete without winning and okay, let me explain it this way. If I say compete, we were second. Yeah. We've proven that we can compete with City. So let's compete again and make sure we beat them to the title. That is my expectation.
So, okay, let me ask you a direct question.
Mhm.
With the additions and maybe one or two more could be added, what is the least number of points Arsenal fans should be expecting from this team?
Listen, I don't care if we have 80 points and we win the
No, I
league.
care. No, we can't. If we have to 83 points and we spent over 200 million. No, we have to get to 90 points. No, we have to.
No, okay.
No,
So I'll give you the opportunity to explain yourself. But
okay.
if City, yeah, could not make 80 something points and win the league, yeah, it's okay. But if we win the league and City, United, and all those other clubs are not able to make 80 and we make 80, should I care? The aim is for me to win the league. And I'm competing.
Saying, you see, you're taking my thing out of context. I'm saying,
Okay.
I'm defining competition in the essence that, let's say, by chance or happenstance, we lose the league to City again, and maybe City had like 91 points, and we had like 87 points. I will not be mad. We gave it all. But what will make me mad is when we lose. Let's say we lose the league to City, and they had 90 points, and we have 79 points. That's absolutely unacceptable.
No, exactly. That is unacceptable. That is not compete for me. That is not compete. That is why I said to you that we know the points difference. So now our aim is to compete that point difference and make sure we upflog or upjump what do you call it, City.
How many points did you have last season?
I think 80 something.
83.
83, yeah, 83.
So why should we go back?
And City, no. Why should we go back? I'll give you two reasons why that can happen. So if we have 80 and we win the league, I will not care about the
I will not care. If we win the league, I will not care.
That is what I'm saying. If we win the league, I will not care. But if we don't, then it's a different case altogether. You understand? Okay. Because the reason why I'm saying if we get 80 points and we win the league, I only care is two things. It means that we are ahead of the group because City, what do you call it? Liverpool, Man United. They are all teams that are capable of winning games. You understand? Okay. And it is not a given for us to go into this season and win the same game, the number of games we won. So if it is the same with City, Liverpool, and United. So if that should be the case, and those other clubs have improved so much that they are able to take points off us all, and our point tally will drop, but yet we win the league.
I understand that. I'll take that.
Good. Then I wouldn't care. I'm not the type who jump around and saying, "Oh, I won the league with this number of points." It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you won the league.
You won. So let's answer Efosa Edu. He says, last season I expected us to challenge. Really? Okay. Wow. Okay, you're the only one that expected us to challenge last season. I didn't think we could push City that far. This season, we should be competing and winning the league this coming season with at least 90. That's my argument too. At least 90 points. If we don't win the league and we have 90 points, I will not care. But if we lose the league,
thank you for making that point. Because for me, it doesn't matter with the 90 points or what. Yeah, I know the standard has been set, but it will not change the fact that you won the league.
Won the league, I don't care. But if we lose
that is my point.
If we lose the league, we're like something points. That's when Arteta.
That is where he said he expected us to challenge.
I didn't expect us to challenge.
Hold on, my expectation last season was to challenge for top 4.
Top 4, exactly.
Good. Because
maybe let's ask Efosa. Do you expect us to challenge for top 4 or to challenge for the league? Can you let us know which one?
Yes.
Because this is kind of ended. Yeah.
Because for me, I expected because of the point difference with Tottenham and the way we collapsed. So I had a feeling if we are able to sign certain type of players for top 4, I had a feeling we would qualify for Champions League. If I have to say. I didn't expect us to actually challenge City the way we did.
We did aggressively.
And if you look at it carefully, it was our own doing. We would have won the league. So with that mentality, they'd actually exceeded my expectations. So, okay, this is what I thought you could do. Now you can do this. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start you from. You understand what I mean? So I was expecting 60%. You've given me 70%.
I'll take down the thing. Yeah.
And now I've added great, 3 great players or good players to the team. Then I'll push you from 75 to maybe 80 or 85. You understand?
Sure.
And with that, I think we can push City all the way. And if we cut out the mistakes of last season and we get opportunity like this again, I think we can. And this season is going to be tough.
So let me ask you that question real quick, right? Now, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say we don't win the league. What is the least number of points are you expecting from this team? Because we have said the expectations right now. We spent excess of 200 million pounds to add to what we have already. So what are we expecting? We're giving contracts like Saliba, we're giving contracts like Martinelli and Saka. This is time to deliver.
No with more my expectation. Yeah. With my expectation of us challenging.
Yeah.
City won the league with how many points? 80 something, yeah? 80.
Yeah, like 7 points. 80,
yeah,
5 or 7 points.
89. Yeah. 87 or 80, 88 or 89. Yeah. So I'm looking at, like he said, 90 points. It means that we are going to push all the way. You understand? We are going to push all the way. I'll be cool with it if we push all the way. We add the extra 5 or the 7 points to it, and we are 90. I'm cool. If we are able to win the league with that number of points, cool. If we challenge and we get that number of points and we didn't win, we know the caliber of team we are competing with.
Exactly.
So
let's look at this question from Efosa. After our signing, I thought we're better than everyone apart from Liverpool and City. I just thought even if we came third with an 11-point difference, I would have been beyond satisfied, which is fair.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Exactly. That was my feeling too. You know.
Yeah. So I don't think we will talk for that long and lose the league by 5 points. The injury to Saliba was actually crucial. Injury to Saliba and Tomiyasu. People don't like to mention Tomiyasu when we talk about the injuries that affected us now.
Yeah.
It was Saliba and Tomiyasu. Those injuries actually affected us a lot. More than
that I agree.
Claiming.
That I agree. I agree with you. I agree. Because you cannot lose your first backup.
Your second backup.
No, the first player, the top player, and then the second backup.
Yeah.
It was Tomiyasu. You understand? So it is, and then you bring in your holding, who could not hold anything. No, so
that's your friend.
That's your best friend. That's your best friend.
I saw him on the plane. I'm like, wow, they taking him along for preseason.
I know you've given a call to Edu to keep him at the club. I suspect you.
No, why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Yeah, you like somebody to hold something.
You are the one that always give every player the benefit of the doubt. Explain to us why they are taking holding for the preseason.
Like I'm saying, they will sell him. He needs to find a club first, but he needs to keep fit.
It's fit. It's always fit. It's always fit.
Yeah, but for now, it is just preseason. Let's let him hold the jerseys and the boots and the stuff for the water for the players.
Why can't you just pay him off?
How long has he got left on his contract?
I think 2 more years. Like, who gave him that long contract? I don't want to see him anymore. I don't dislike him as a human being, but as a footballer for Arsenal, I'm sorry, I can't tolerate him anymore.
And it's strange. Anytime he's there, it always happens that at the end,
exactly.
And then he will play.
Shout out to Efosa. He says everyone knows we are getting much better and better, and the players are getting so much better, and the atmosphere is insane right now. Definitely, the atmosphere around the club is upbeat. Everybody is buzzing, and let's see if we can carry that energy into the new season. I thought Tomiyasu's injury was so much costly because Ben White could have easily slotted in and be covered. Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Facts.
So
I like your ball knowledge.
yeah, definitely. Efosa is showing us that he's a marquee
Yeah,
signing
yeah.
to our community. He's a marquee signing.
I,
Shout out to you.
I'll get Solo to get in contact with.
Yeah, he's a marquee
maybe.
signing to this community.
Yeah.
So I even saw Tomiyasu on the plane today. I'm excited. I want to see him. What? Okay, let me ask you a question about Tomiyasu. Right? What do you think his best position is?
Across the back four.
Now I've seen him play left back. I've seen him play right back, and the way he marked out Salah at the Emirates.
Have you seen him play in the Japan national team?
I've just 1 or 2 games. I've not watched him consistently.
Yeah, his Tomiyasu is extremely good. I'm telling you.
Good, yeah.
The only thing I wish he just stay injury free.
So, what do you think is causing the incessant injury crisis with Tomiyasu?
No, injuries happen. Like look at the injury he had with against City.
It was a freak injury. It was a freak injury.
Yeah, it was a freak injury, and these things happen.
Yeah,
you know, some players are just not lucky when it comes to injuries. Things that will not get somebody injured.
Exactly.
And that's Tomiyasu. You know, this season, if he stays fit, look at it. I want to paint a picture. Yeah, I want to paint a picture for you.
Okay.
The last time your lineup, imagine we are going to United, yeah?
Yeah.
Or even City. Let's use City. United, we can match them. Unless they don't bring a referee. If you look at our back four, if we choose to start, so this selection, the last I've been thinking about Tomiyasu left back, we have Gabriel, and then we have
Saliba,
and then we have
Timber.
Or let's say Saliba has his back issue thing, a little bit. We have
touch wood, it will not happen.
Touch wood, it wouldn't happen, yeah. But then we choose to start Ben White, Timber, Ben White, Gabriel, and then maybe Tomiyasu too is having a little bit of, he needs to rest. We can start Kivio.
Solid.
That is my picture for you. So
Solid.
I'm double with, but this is where the problem is. We need one more.
You're getting greedy.
No. You said we should sell Holding. Have you forgotten Holding is still in the team?
Yeah, you sell Holding. You don't need to replace Holding.
No, we need to. We need to. But no, we need to. Let me put it this way. It's either we bring in an experienced player or we push an academy player on the bench to be part of that.
Yeah, Real Waters. Push Real Waters. I like
good player. So that is what I'm saying. Yeah. All them we still hold on to hold.
No. You are trying to rile me up. You are trying to wind me up. No, Holding needs to go. Nah, come on, man. Let's not do that. Nah. Let's not do that.
Yeah, but
Holding needs to go.
But the truth is, and we still have Zinchenko and Tierney there. So we have good cover. I think that is why I have a feeling Holding will go. It's just a matter of time. Maybe.
So let's move to the next topic.
Yeah.
Now we've discussed what we're expecting in the English Premiership. Now, the UEFA Champions League, we've been absent for the last 7 years. And before we exit from the Champions League, we're beaten by Bayern comprehensively 10-2 on Gates.
Since then, we've never been in the Champions League. They showed us our level. They said,
they showed us our level.
Don't come back here again until you are ready.
Yeah. 10-2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was an awful night. You told me don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go and talk about history. Don't go back. We are in the Champions League.
Moving
We are
forward.
new in the Champions League.
Moving forward.
Don't talk about the old Champions League.
Okay. Moving forward. What are your expectations for the Champions League? What's the bare minimum? Quarterfinal, semi-final, second round. What are your expectations? Especially with the investment and the quality of squad we have.
Not pushing or putting too much on the team. I think we can push to quarterfinals. Yeah. And from that stage onward, anything can happen. Because it's a home and away game. Yeah. You understand? So, and that is why I said I want to see 2 more players added to the team. You know, and yeah, we agree. The quarterfinal.
Yeah, first I said bare minimum quarterfinal.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. And listen, sometimes when we talk, we tend to forget that Arteta has won us a trophy.
FA Cup.
Yes. And when we say FA Cup, people were running about telling us how good the Carabao Cup.
You're throwing shade. Why are you throwing shade?
So if my coach has already warned me in his first six
months.
Yeah. He won me the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Not only beating Lancaster United and China 0-0-0, China 2-2-2-1.
Yeah, they played Man City and Chelsea.
But we were able to defeat Man City and Chelsea. Then he has proven to me that with this caliber of players, if we get hold of that competition and the so-called inexperience in a team with Champions League, and they grab it with the team we have, we can go far.
Let's not forget.
Thank you. And the community shield.
2 of our out of our 3 recent signings have experience in the Champions League. Timber has experience in Champions League. Kai Havertz actually won the Champions League. Mm-hmm. So we have experienced campaigner. Even Jorginho
was there.
Had experience in Champions League. So
when they won the Champions League, he was part of the team.
Exactly. So for me, I'm sorry, I'm not going with quarterfinals. I think semi-finals are at least. Because if you look at the English teams have better teams than most of the other teams competing with them in Europe. Let's be real.
That is why I said the bare minimum should be quarters. Maybe
I think a bare minimum should be semi-finals for me.
Because if you see bare minimum quarter, it depends on the teams we meet in the quarter. If we get to the semi-final, if we're able to beat the team, so if we get to let's say a quarterfinal, and
let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
How many European teams at this moment are better than the top 4 English teams at this moment?
You cannot mention much or many. You cannot mention many, but
none. Apart from maybe Real Madrid.
I get it. I get it.
Madrid and
Barcelona.
Madrid. That's it.
Bayern there.
Bayern. Bayern, Upamecano, and those clowns, they are not better than English teams.
Don't forget, Arsenal and Bayern don't. We are like, so be careful.
I smell the revenge. If we meet Bayern this time with this team that we have.
No, but you see, my point is with this group of players or with this group, the team we are building or we build now.
Yeah.
With 1 or 2 additions, I won't be surprised if not this season, next season, we will go very far in the Champions League if we qualify again. You understand? But with the bare minimum we are talking about here, if we get to the quarters and it depends on the team we beat, then the possibility of us going to the semi will be higher.
Okay.
And then to the final. You understand? So I'll give them, because it has been 7 years we've been away, so you have to be a bit lower your expectations a bit. Let them surprise us like they did with the league.
I don't lower my expectations because I'm looking at the player for player blow, the quality of the team. Like the English teams are superior to the other European teams. Look at how I watched Man City against Madrid. Oh Lord. the way Man City were toiling with Real Madrid, it was like men against boys. I've ever played football with your younger brothers, mates.
But you remember,
It was like
but you also remember the torture, Monaco, some few teams called City, when everybody expected them to progress and stuff. So
Yeah.
with that experience, I don't want to put so much expectation on them. I'm proud we are back in the Champions League again after 7 years. I just want them to at least just do well, get out of the group stages. If we are going to be knocked out, and this is key to me, please don't
embarrass us. Don't embarrass us.
exactly. Don't do what we did with Sporting Lisbon.
Okay.
You
That was
understand?
that was not embarrassing. That was a penalty shootout.
No, but what I mean is everybody expected us to win. You understand? And I know it's not a given, but man, with just prove that we deserve to be there. You understand? So
Okay.
that's my expectation. And then the song, we've all missed it. We are tired of hearing
Exactly.
oh.
So let me read this one from Efosa. I'm just giving them a grace of first season, which is fair, but I hope we meet and beat that fraud at Bayern Munich Tuchel. He has a personal vendetta for Tuchel.
I'm not scared of that guy. I'm not scared.
Did Tuchel take your girl? Like you have Tuchel have something is going on there.
The fact that he came, I think the fact that he came and won Chelsea the second FA Cup.
Exactly.
It's what really irks him.
So shout out to Akim Morgan. He says for the Champions
Akim
League,
Morgan.
to be honest, I have no expectation. Do your best and get out of the group stages so I can hear the music a bit longer. He's more generous to them. Shout out to you, Akim.
Yeah.
He's being more generous to the team. I just think if you look at the English teams, they have superior players. The English Premiership is more competitive than any other league, so we should be more prepared for the Champions League. That's my opinion. The way I say it. Or what do you say?
I agree with you. I agree. For me, he just said something. He just sent a message. Let's read that, and I can react.
Okay.
As of now, we don't have European heritage. No, the Champions League experience.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being a downer. No, the truth is,
I get that.
we have European heritage.
Just
We have it.
Winners' Cup.
No. But what I'm about to say is we don't have the current one because
Yeah.
the Champions League was changed. So
Yeah.
the current Champions League and the Europa,
Yeah.
we've not tasted that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Understand? We've not tasted Champions League. I get that. For me, I always tell supporters here when we talk about Champions League, let's stick to Champions League. When we talk about the Premiership, stick to the Premiership. What opposition fans actually like to do is when you talk about Arsenal experience in the Premiership and stuff, and then they go like, but you don't have. We are not talking about Europa. I've not said we are the champions of Europa. And I get what he's saying. We have to. For me, you're not being a downer, my brother. It is the truth. We don't have Champions League
experience.
No, we have the experience because we've been to the final before. We've not won it to be called champions. So no matter how we argue, we are still. We've
not won it. We've not still won it.
We've not won it. Yes. Yeah. So it's okay. We want to be part of it and compete. You understand? And compete and try to win it. Or compete and win it. That is the aim now. You understand? That is the aim. And it will come. It will come. It took Chelsea 50 years to be able to win. Look at the number of years it took them to win a league. And then they changed it to the Premiership before 50 years. So if somebody can do it in 50 years, yes. You look at the Champions League, then it means 400 years or whatever years you want to count it from. We've not been able to, and I'm okay. With time, we will do it.
So let's respond to a first shout out to you. As you said, we are much more super than most teams. Only Madrid is good entirely as extent. Not even Barca is that good. I expect us to beat most of exactly that's the premise I'm coming from. Shout out to Enforcer that the English Premiership teams have better teams, better players than most of
I
Europe.
agree.
So we should
I
do
agree.
much better. This is
I
our
agree.
chance to hit a quick win or quick
And that
win
is why I said
period of time.
the bare minimum is quarter. Because if actually we meet somebody like Barca in the semi-final, it would the only thing people will say is we don't have the experience.
Exactly.
Good, and which I agree. But if we meet a team like that, I'm confident in my team that
Yeah, we could beat them.
Yeah, and so the bare minimum is at least quarterfinal, and it should be a team that has really spent money like we have
Exactly.
to knock us out.
Exactly.
That I'll go like cool. You understand? We went for the fight with a good boxer, and that boxer won. It's okay. I can take it. But if we let's say we meet somebody, a team like
AC Milan. Let's say AC Milan.
Okay, AC Milan with yes. Then come on, we should
beat AC Milan, right?
Yeah. Or let's say we meet a French league team. Mention one of the teams.
Marseille.
Marseille, or no, we should
yeah, if you to beat those teams, yeah.
You understand? Or let's say a team in the German league,
like a Dortmund,
Leverkusen, or
yeah.
We should be able to beat those teams because of the caliber of players we have and stuff. So, yeah.
As I said, Barca got knocked out of Champions League and still got smacked by Manchester United. Only Man City should trouble. Exactly. That's my premise. Only Man City should trouble us and Madrid because of. See, there's something about Madrid when they play the Champions League. Aside from how they were beating Black and Blue last time, they have these. They love to play it. Sorry, they like to play in Champions League. Heritage. They know. See, even though when they are down, they find a way around it. Until the last time, City came in a way and put the rope around their whatever. This is YouTube. Let me my language. What I was saying.
Yeah.
So City actually strangled them figuratively last time. So I think we should go for the Champions League time. So let's go from the Champions League to the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Expectations.
At least we should get to the semi-final.
Final. That's the bare minimum.
No. So I'm looking at it like this. Let's say Chelsea supporters, Liverpool, Newcastle, this Manchester United, we all make it to the quarters.
Yeah.
And then maybe two of them get knocked out. And let's say Liverpool, City, us, and maybe Newcastle or even United, we all meet in the semi-final. Depending on who we meet. I'm okay if we get knocked out by Liverpool.
I'm not okay.
No, hold on. Let me land. If we give our all and we lose, and we can lose, we can lose by the VAR monitor getting missing in the referee's room.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question, and those of the audience, please, you can chime in.
Yeah.
Out of today is 9th of July, 2023. Who has a better squad at this moment, Liverpool or Arsenal?
Arsenal. And we look like the team who is on form too. So
exactly.
Arsenal. But like I'm saying, that is why I brought in. It could be a referee decision. It could be a VAR, the person sleeping and saying he missed to review a certain foul or something. Anything can happen. And don't forget, with the magic of the FA Cup, things like that happens.
And the magic has always favored Arsenal.
Let me take your mind back.
Okay.
Do you remember the 2002 World Cup, FA Cup final? If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that game.
That they peppered us.
No, we prepared them. There was no way they should have even. Was it 2001 or 2002? There was no way they should have. Up to date, it hurts me. Because first there was a foul that play defender should have been red carded.
Started.
The linesman said they did not see it. When it comes to us now, they never see anything. But if you look at the chances we also missed in that final, go you on your free time, check.
And there was another FA Cup we won that Man, you deserve to win. They peppered us throughout.
No, you said they deserve. They did not take their chances, and it's the same thing that we did to Liverpool.
Exactly.
But it's the other way around. That game with Liverpool had a referee shown the defender a red card and a penalty, because if the ball was going into the net, Henry shot it. It was going into the net. They would have played 10 against 11 and a goal down, and we were already preparing them. But with United, we knew we had so many injuries. So we played a more defensive game. So it was a Wenger masterclass, but nobody gave him credit for.
As in that match, we were peppered.
Yes.
We were
but it was because we knew, and I'm repeating myself, we could not play them toe to toe. That particular season, we had injuries at the end of the season. We had so many injuries. So we needed to play in a defensive way. That was why they peppered us. And on the day, our keeper did his job. That was it. But if you compare the other one, it was a referee decision. Poor referee decision.
So your expectations is like semi-final should be the bare minimum. I'm saying semi-final should be the bare minimum. I think you have the quality to actually. Your only team that was said the bare minimum semi-final is if we meet City in the semi-final stage, because anything can happen with City. They're a juggernaut. You have to give them respect. But
you know, there's a saying. There's a saying. Sometimes certain teams will get you on your off day.
Exactly.
You know? And that actually saying happens a lot in the FA Cup.
But we're the kings of the FA Cup. We won it the most time.
I get that, but what I'm trying to say is we might come back from a very tough Champions League game, maybe quarterfinal, and we've been able to progress. We went away and maybe won at AC Milan, and they gave us a tough game, especially the second leg, and then we are playing, let's say, a Liverpool or a United or something, and they did not play a game. Maybe they've been knocked out already. We might fight, but
we have a squad. We have a good squad at this moment.
I'm saying, if the FA Cup, if you look at the history of the FA Cup, those teams that have made it to the final, even if you look at the last final, United should have been peppered by City.
Aside from that, Fulham should have qualified, not United.
Exactly.
Them.
Yeah.
Until Mitrovic decided to become a scum of the earth and decided to chase after the referee.
Yeah.
Fulham should have won that match. So according to Efosa, semi-finals for me, because you face Liverpool, Manchester United you can meet. Hopefully we have more home fixtures like Manchester United in the Carabao Cup.
Exactly. So you see, so all these things are part of you winning a title or going to a final of a competition. Sure. Especially a competition like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. If you have the better side of the draws, then you would qualify. Because let's say semi-final, then we have a team like Luton at home at the Emirates.
If I let me refresh memory. We lost to Nottingham Forest 2 seasons ago. That was a favorable draw. Sometimes it's not about a favorite draw. It's about you being on point and playing the game.
And exactly my point. So if they caught us on a bad day and they won.
No,
you understand?
They didn't catch us on a bad day.
We were
just lethargic. We were just exhausted. They didn't catch us on a bad day. And giving full credit to Nottingham Forest, they deserved to win that match. We're just pathetic that day.
Mm-hmm. And that is what I'm saying. So we can still have this particular team. It's like
not with the quality of the squad. No bad day excuses.
No, it is actually what happened to us in the league. 2 times. the season before last season, a team like Southampton just came and tortured us. It shouldn't happen.
Okay. Let's not forget that the Southampton torture was instigated by Ramsdale, who thought he could play around. So let's not take context of it.
No, but my point is they came with a plan.
No, we aided the plan.
No, exactly. When you see, I always say we can talk about tactics all day.
Yeah.
But if the opposition don't make mistakes and fall into your traps, your tactics is bogus.
But this time we set traps for ourselves. Ramsdale set traps for us.
No, they set trap for us. They know how. Listen, I get
pass
no.
Nobody forced Ramsdale to make that pass.
Listen, you go back and watch again. It was a trap. The guy said.
No, I disagree with you. I watched that game 2 times. Why did he make that pass? He saw they were pressing our defender. Why?
Because we go and watch the game. The guy was hiding.
I watched it several times.
The guy pretended like he was.
It's not about that. He was still there.
It was a trap.
That pass at that time. No,
had that pass gone through and aided us to score a goal, everybody will go like, "What a genius!" It happens. It was
saying at the crucial. No, there's context. You are taking it out of the context.
No.
Charging for the Premiership title.
No.
You cannot be foolish. You cannot be foolish.
I'm saying he has played. Listen, Ramsdale has played certain passes like that and has led to a goal for us. So what I'm just saying is, the opposition, they are also not down. They know sometimes you play like that. So they said,
that's why you should be smart. That's why Ramsdale should have been smarter, not to make that.
Yeah, but it was a trap.
No,
it was a trap. Sometimes you don't. Do you always see your trap when somebody set a trap for you?
Sabotage. That was a self-sabotage. I'm not going by the night. It was a trap.
No, it was a trap.
No,
it was a trap. It's like
he had the pitch in his front. You could see clearly that they were pressing our defenders and midfielders, and it was silly.
Giving the ball, cutting through opposition teams is part of our play. And doing so, hold on. Let me finish my point. Doing so, it would lead to great opportunities for us, and it might cost us sometimes. And that is what happened. But
no,
what I'm giving credit.
There are times I've seen Arteta tell Ramsdale, go long. There are times you look at the situation and analyze it before you make a decision. Sometimes you have to go long, sometimes you go short. In some way, we actually compete for the league.
If I'm going with what you're saying,
come on, let's not do that. That was a blatant error. I saw it. I watched it 4 times. It's a blatant error. Let's call it for what it is.
I'm saying.
I love
Ramsdale. Errors happens. Errors happens.
Blatant error. No. Blatant error.
He did not actually see the guy and pass it to the guy. That is what I'm saying. Go watch the way the guy was positioned.
I've watched how many times that you are telling me to watch. My eyes are not working.
I wish we had a clip here. I'm saying the guy set a trap for him.
No. I'm saying he saw what the guy was doing and he was so arrogant not to change it. See, sometimes you want to go a certain way. If you now see that, this guy is trying to be smart, you change it. Like it was just
and sometimes you don't
2 minutes.
Listen, and sometimes
and you make that blatant error. Let's be real.
Sometimes you don't see it that early. You make the pass before you realize it was a wrong pass.
You thought it was arrogance. It was arrogant. You thought he could just do it. It was arrogant. Let me read the first.
No.
Ramsdale was the one that made a blatant error. Thank you. What deflated us at that time was error was made. If it wasn't done when we had momentum, that we would have won. Exactly. He made a blatant error.
Would have won the game. No, I'm not talking about us being able to win the game or not. I'm saying they had a plan. They came with a plan. They came with their traps, and we played into their hand. I'm not saying he didn't make an error. I'm saying with the opposition, they set traps. So if they
set traps.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. If somebody sets a trap for you,
your point is not adding up. You cannot say I'm seeing a trap. Okay, if I see a trap right now, I should fall into the trap. Is that what you're saying?
You still not get it because you don't allow me.
You
Let
are
me
making the
land.
wrong point.
And then if I land, no, you want me to get your point, and I'm telling you that every team sets a trap for your team. You have to look at it. That is why coaches on the field of play, a coach will call you and tell you, no, change this because I've seen this and that. If you don't correct it, it will lead to a goal. And that is why I'm saying probably he saw it, but he saw it too late. That is what I'm saying. But listen,
he saw it and he went ahead with his arrogance to try it.
Listen. What I'm saying is, he saw the player going this way. If you watch again, go back and watch. I'm not saying the error did not happen. It was an error. Hold on. It was an error. You cannot raise that. But what I'm saying is, sometimes he looked at the player going this way, and then he was like, okay, Partey is here. Let me just give the ball to him. The pass was weak. No, listen, the pass was weak. It was arrogant, like you're saying, but it was a trap the guy set for him, and he fell into the trap.
And I'm telling you, why will you see a trap and fall into a trap? Go long. It was so early in the game. Sometimes, right? You change your game plan because you are seeing a trap. Like, okay, let me go long. It was barely 2 minutes. 2 minutes to a game at home. And you made an unforced error.
I always tell you, hindsight is always a beautiful thing.
You're not about hindsight.
Ramsdale has given. Listen, Ramsdale sitting here, and I'm not trying to. It's an error, but I'm just trying to tell you. If you're telling me sometimes go long, there have been passes he has made, or even Saliba has made that has opened up play, or has been intercepted. Yeah, he could have done it in a different way, but I'm telling you, it is because of the way they are taught to play. So they will take chances. He took this one, it cost us. That is my point. That is the point I'm making.
My point I'm making now is that I'm not saying what he's
had that pass gone through, you would about whether it didn't go through. That is what we are taking away.
You are taking away the context of the situation. See, sometimes you have to apply common sense and context, even though your teacher, your lecturer, or your coach have told you must go this way. The context is that it was 2 minutes into a game, a highly charged game. So something are trying to avoid relegation. We are trying to win a league. It was too early, too premature to take that risk at that time.
To take that risk at that time. When Partey was calling the ball. For me, where I know it's an error, but what I'm trying to tell you is that it is the way they play. So he felt, and I'm saying, I get your point that he can take the other option by kicking the ball away. But hindsight is always a beautiful thing. Had it worked and led to a goal, we would not sit here. Why did you take that risk? We've seen players take a risk like that. A player nearly got the ball.
Let me tell you something. I've seen Ramsdale take certain risks, which did not come out to one pulse bar, but I didn't like it. I've seen that shout on him that you should have gone long. What I'm saying is that what he did, like let me explain something. What he did, I'm not against it. I'm saying the context of the weight of that match at that time. 2 minutes into a game that we need to win. We are competing for the league. Sometimes they are trying to avoid relegation. That's the context I'm using. You can't.
Okay. So exactly. So I'm arguing from just an opposition having a trap. You are arguing from the magnitude of the game. So okay, with that I give it to you. With that we just started. So don't bring this passing from the back thing
at that time. You can do it later.
Okay, with that, then I'll give you that argument. But if you're talking about it is a game and you take chances, then he was actually doing what he has been taught to do, which has helped the team a lot.
And I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Then the opposition striker set a trap and he fell into the trap, or he was cocky and he fell into the trap. So we are agreeing on it, but maybe you did not explain your magnitude of the game.
You didn't get it. I'm saying the context of the magnitude of that game and at that
the magnitude of the game
at that time. You can't.
I get it.
That. Let me read it. I get it. That was what cost us the game. The timing of the error. Exactly. The timing of the error. I just felt we needed to be more cautious rather, because we were on ice, because we had drop points. Exactly.
Points.
We needed to win.
Yeah. Two matches.
Exactly. That's the context I'm looking at. You look at the magnitude of what you're doing at that time.
No. With that context, I cannot argue because we've actually made mistakes in the Liverpool game. We've considered we shouldn't have.
West Ham.
In West Ham, the same. Partey made a mistake.
Yeah.
So I get the context. I get the context you are making. So next time, make your point clear.
Okay. Maybe next time you should do more of active listening.
But don't forget, your player is also playing in the holding, so it's okay. So he looks at holding and he feels like
holding out. You are the one that's telling us that let's take off pre-season. You will be an extra.
He looked at his options. It would be better to give it to Partey, so than to give it to Holding, and that was what caused it. You know.
Fosa said
it happens.
That time we needed to go back to the basics. Exactly. We needed to go back to the basics at that time. So,
but actually, if you look at that game, we should have won that game, man.
But the morale was down.
After it was a shock to the system.
A shock to the system. The morale was down at that time. So I get it. So can agree for the FA Cup. I'm saying at least final. You say at least semi-final. So I get it. Like I will take the semi-final if we meet Manchester City, which anything can happen at that time.
As I said, it depends on the team we meet.
So what about the last cup, the Carabao Cup?
They should give us Exeter United and
you know they will give that to us, right?
Or Arsenal never gets
the rub of the draws.
Draws, never. I won't be surprised they will give us like
Man City,
Brighton, Man City, Liverpool. Yeah.
So is that emphasize actually? What do you think about Taremi as a transfer? Do you know what? I would like that profile because I'm sure my friend here will love that profile. But the problem with it is that once Arsenal go for that kind of striker, they'll start calling 50 million.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll start calling 60 million, 80 million.
And that is the point. That is the point. Like, and as much as we've been signing players with huge sums now, let's not forget. Look at the players we've signed with that kind of money. They are Champions League experienced players.
Yes. Aside from Rice.
Yeah, aside from Rice, but he has won the
Conference League.
The conference cup.
Is that European Cup? Everton said they quoted £20 million. See, don't follow those things. Once Arsenal go in official, the price will change. Trust me, the price will change.
And sometimes they also some sites and stuff because of clickbaiting and Arsenal fans coming there to vent their frustration.
Yeah,
they put this kind of amount there, and then it looks like it's an easy thing for Arsenal to do, but Arsenal did not do it. So when we enter into the season and let's say injuries happen and people go like, "But why didn't you sign this player? It was 20 million. We could have signed easily." Which is a lie. You know.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a lie. So
trust me, guys. Well, see, we don't try to do this clickbaiting thing. There's no way. Let's look at it with common sense, right? Do you think if that guy is actually 20 million, Arsenal would have signed him? Easy sign. Easily.
And then the next question is, do you think Arteta wants him in our team?
Exactly.
They can say Arsenal. You should see, for us supporters, we should understand one thing. Arsenal is a global team and very attractive team to any young player. Arsene Wenger said that thing, set it up, and it has been there till date.
Yeah.
Any agent, any team that feels like selling a player and wants to get 5 million more or 10 million more, they will add Arsenal to the list of teams that are interested in the player. So that is why I told you the last time. With that knowledge, I don't really buy into, Arsenal wanted to sign this player. Arsenal. Yes, there might be some truth to it because as Arsene Wenger have said it numerous on occasions that he nearly signed this player and that player. The interest was there. You understand? It's okay. We leave it like that. If Arteta needs him and he's still available, then cool. You know?
I think personally, right? If actually Teremi or if I just said, yeah, you're right, it could be clickbait. Exactly. I just think
Yeah.
if that player is actually 20 million pounds, even Everton will actually a lot of clubs will jump on it.
We've seen defenders that we've been linked to over the years, and all of a sudden another team goes and sign that player. Another so-called smaller team
Smaller
in the
team.
league goes and sign that player. I'll give you one example. Soyuncu.
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 Of
Yeah,
Leicester.
Soyuncu.
That is not
Look at how
country.
look at how they hyped him. Arsenal, and then he opted for Leicester. And even opposition fans were laughing at that.
Exactly.
Then he could not,
Look
So
at Buendia. Remember Buendia? Oh, Buendia is better than Odegaard. Let's go and sign Buendia.
yes, yeah.
What has he done at Aston Villa? Nothing. So
yeah. There are so many players we can link with.
I would like Teremi as a backup of his profile. He's tall, he's a link-up man, but he's not 20 million pounds.
What is the name of this Crystal Palace defender? What is his name?
Gay.
Gay, yeah, Gay. I'll prefer Gay. Because he has a Premiership experience. He has played 2-3 seasons already.
That's 70 to 80 million pounds to start talking. Okay, let me ask you a direct question as we round up, right? Is Gay better than Timber?
No, because of the Timber plays. Yeah.
But look, how much you get Timber? 40 million pounds. If Arsenal wanted to go for Gay, they would tell us 70 to 80 million pounds.
Yeah, because of British price.
So that's it. So what's the information on the Carabao Cup? Should we win it, or should just be a cup for us to give to the run out?
If we get the kind of draws that like United got, then it should be an easy win.
Okay.
For us, but like we all say, we never get the rub of the green when it comes to the draws. they would listen. Look at what they would do. They will give us maybe the second round. They will give us Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then we beat Liverpool, and then they Man City. Or they give us Newcastle. We beat Newcastle. They give us Liverpool, and then the maybe the quarterfinal they give us Man City. Or the semi-final. That is what they do. But you will see the teams they will Man U will play.
Yeah, they'll give them Oldham. They'll give them some Burnley and some other funny.
Look at the teams they beat to the final.
Exactly.
Then they run around with like they've won Champions League.
So this was a good conversation about the expectations of the coming season. We talked about the Premiership, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. At least I'm expecting us not to at least win one cup and win the Premiership if possible. Maybe a very close third if we cannot win the league. It shouldn't be far away.
Yeah.
It's a crew, Alexandra. That's a team, right? I know that's a team.
Yeah.
That's a team.
Yeah, it's a team.
So let's round up on your last words.
Yes.
This expectation
for me, for the love of Arsenal, we always be here. Yeah. Okay. And I just thank the guys.
Efosa, shout out to you.
Today, Gogo was not able to make it. Gogo, I'll find you. I'll send you.
Make it. Akim Morgan, shout out to you too. Akim for coming.
Gogo, if you don't come next time, I'll send you to Manchester United.
maybe Gogo was busy today, or he had a date night, maybe. So this things happen.
Yeah. What is the name? You mentioned the names. Thanks for joining us.
Coming through. Yeah, we really appreciate.
For coming through. We really appreciate, and we enjoy the conversations we're having among us.
Yeah.
Knowledge is in one man's head.
Exactly. We need to share the thoughts together and exchange ideas and knowledge. Nobody knows it all. Nobody's an island of knowledge. Nobody. So you know some certain things, we know some certain things, and can rub heads together. So guys, we'll be here tomorrow same time. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed, stick a like on the video. Extremely important. And make sure you turn on your notification bells on. I'm expecting Timber's announcement later today. Maybe
This week.
It be this week, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal they like to drag the announcements.
Yeah, we are the only club that takes forever to announce a player, man.
We love to drag it. So maybe
That is why I keep saying until I see the player in national shirt in their Arsenal.com, then
okay.
then I'm satisfied. Then I
No,
can
you see this one. I've already seen his brother post on Instagram about Timbers.
Everybody will post even the video that Arsenal will release. Somebody will come out with it and post it and share on social media before the club will come and post the original video.
So
we are awesome. Best club in the world.
So guys, shout out to you guys. Make sure you join tomorrow. Yes, Arsenal conversation continues. Your last words, my bro.
My last word. That is why they will still keep holding around the club and get you annoyed. Anyway, thanks for listening.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Tomorrow, yeah.